Hello, my rebels, my rebel souls. I am back again with another pick a card, and this is kind of like a post how they see you. I'm using the same cards, but a few more, and I wanted to make it a little bit longer. So this one is a pick a card about how or what they think about you, with a little more in depth explanation and a few more cards. But I'm still going to try and keep it as tight and short as possible, but with a little bit more leeway and a few more cards. So this is all about what or how they think about you, and this is card 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna get started. Now, I did pull this one before too, because haha, same deck, but they're very adamant, the cards that I pulled. And you're going to see a few cards that you did see and how they uh, see you, but this I pulled before, but they think of you as this beautiful, graceful, lovely creature who's filled with integrity, you know, of form and spirit. And I mean, who doesn't want to be thought of in that way? You know what I mean? But along with that, I also pulled, and look who popped up again, Divine Sensuality. It was all about, making love and erotica and just that divine sensual expression, um, and love coming from that card. So they think of you as this beautiful, divine, erotic creature, which there's nothing wrong with that. Um, but yeah, and along with that, I pulled free form, free from judgment and free to love. And so it all just goes together. Like they see you as the ultimate free person who is just unrestrained, unrestricted, unreserved, and free to love and do whatever you choose to do, and free from judgment. So you're just living your life to the beat of your own drum, off the cuff, if you choose. I mean, it's all about, how you choose to live. And then along with Free from Judgment, I pulled Big Bold Vision. I love that card. It's so beautiful. So they see you, they think of you. They think of you as somebody who do what they want, say what they want, but loves who they want when they want, and you're beautiful and erotic and sensual, and you're free to do what you want. They just see you as this person who's just so free and unrestricted and unconfined. So you're very unconventional. That might be what they think about you, is someone who's extremely unconventional, who colors way outside the lines or just makes their own lines completely. And as they think of you, someone who has like this big vision. Along with that, I pulled the power of attraction. So they're definitely they think of you as this being who they're just so drawn to and attracted to, who just, you are your own person, you revel in it, you live in that, and that's what's up. Also, I pulled a clarifier for this, and I pulled love and compassion, which goes without saying. I mean, they see you as this ultimate free kind of loving being who dances and marches to the beat of your own drum. Judgment be damned. You're just living free like everybody wishes they could. And, you just have this vision of freedom and you live in it. So, yeah, that is pile 1. And for pile 2, I pulled dreams. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching, dreamy. Oh, I love that. Um, so they think of you as someone who is just probably just dreamy, but maybe you're somebody who may talk about your dreams, you speak about what you dream about, you know. And then along with that, I pulled reflections, and it says what you contemplate can actualize. So the things that you dream about may actually come to fruition. I don't know if you are spiritually quote unquote woke, but if you're watching this, you probably are. But you may have really vivid dreams, and those dreams, uh, when you reflect upon them, they could actually be things that come true. Maybe you're one of those people who has dreams that come true, like not necessarily like a deja vu, but like a huge whole dream deja vu. Um, I know people like that, and I have been like that since I was 7. So, what you dream about can be about. So, I feel like this is kind of saying like the law of attraction in the universe. Um, knowing that what you contemplate can actualize the things that you think about will be about. So, yeah, and then along with that, I pulled yearning, and I thought it was very odd, but I went to reshuffle and it came out again. It came out twice. I was like, really? Does this go with this pile? So yearning, they think of you as someone who's longing for someone, or there's like a pining or undesired separation. And I don't know if you are separated or divorced or just apart from someone. Maybe you had a breakup. So maybe they see you as someone, they think about you as someone who yearns for something or like the ideal of someone. So that was pretty heavy and adamant about showing up in here. So if you pick this pile and you know what I mean, then this is for you. If not, then let it go. Um, so along with that, I actually pulled quite a few cards for this one. And I didn't pull them on purpose. They came out on their own. That's how I pull. But I pulled relax the hold of darkness and be at the cause. So this is all about understanding that um, no matter what your situation is, you are the light. Um, and it was so funny too that when I looked at these cards in this particular pile, they a lot of them added up to like 8 or 11. And 8 is the sign for infinity and eternity. And I was like, okay. So I don't know. I have this thing about numbers too. I don't know if you do, but yeah, definitely. So I was like, okay, but relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So you got to understand that sometimes you are the light, no matter how dark the situation. And along with that, I pulled conscious connections. So I feel like they see you as someone who can be the light, and you're just maybe you are this huge dreamer, or maybe you are this yearning for someone, but you're very conscious of the connections that you form with yourself, the connections you have with spirit. And like I said, you are probably hashtag spiritually woke. How you doing? but um but this is all about your connections to yourself, the spirit world, the universe. Um, and again, this card adds up to 8. It's nuts, right? And and this is when I started to feel some kind of way about it. So use the 8. I mean, however you want to go play the lottery, but along with that, the visions of life beyond death fell out of my deck, and that is number 44, and that's an 8. Hello. So maybe I feel like you may be one of those people who sees things, and maybe you are definitely a person who has these visions, and they come true, and you understand that what you think about will be about or can come about. And I think that it's a beautiful thing when people recognize that, um, because it's really important in life to understand that our minds are the most powerful parts of our bodies. And along with that, I pulled Restore and Replenish. Um, and that goes without saying that you have to take care of yourself. If you're that person who has all these dreams and visions and you see all of these things and you know all of these things, I mean, and they think about you as this all knowing person, you probably need to take care of yourself. So practice self care. And, from taking like a 20-minute bath uh, in total silence, I mean, and just, massaging yourself down and feeling really great. There's no shame in that. I do that. But I mean, you got to take care of yourself. You have to, especially when you're that person who's so sensitive or even hypersensitive to all the things that are, the mechanisms of the world and the universe. And when you understand all that, it can be very heavy. So take care of yourself. And along with that, I pulled Ceremony and Invocation. So, I mean, this is like a clarifier card. I don't know if you have a particular religion or if you have a certain spiritual practice, but I feel like it is very useful and meaningful to have like a little altar set up, with your statues or your stones and your crystals and a place to just light some incense or a candle because I'm not an incense girl. I'm a candle girl, but whatever it is that you like just a place where you could just sit and be and absorb and revel and acknowledge and worship. So ceremony and invocation. So I feel like they think about you as this almost sentient being who sees things and knows things and maybe a very, very spiritual person. Um, but yeah, you're very gifted. So don't be scared of that. Just make sure you take care of yourself and you nourish yourself, okay? And card number 3. Okay, so I pulled Yamaya, and Yamaya also worshipped in certain places is Yemanja, um, is the mother of the ocean. And then this card says she's the grandmother of the ocean. But in Brazil, she's like the goddess of the ocean. She's like the mother. Um, and she birthed the ocean and all the creatures in it. And this card is all about being primordial, like just that goddess and grandmother strength of birth. And when I pulled that card, I was like, oh, I love this card. I also pulled, there's a theme for all of these piles, let me tell you. And when I say they were adamant, honey, so Lemuria Returns is like this earthly spirituality, community, ocean conservation. And again, she's fertile, she's pregnant. So there are the two cards that fell out were of women, one who had just given birth, one who was pregnant. I don't know if you're planning on having kids anytime soon, but I see you're very vital and fertile. So whether it's like you're spiritually fertile or, you're physically fertile, have a care. Unless you're trying for it, go for it. But I was like, dang, this really is a theme. But yeah, there's a huge theme. And along with that, I pulled The Legacy of Light, which is all about legacies handed down. Again, this is like a parental theme. So there's the grandmother, the the daughter, and the daughter's daughter, and this is all about the legacy of the light and handing down all of your goodness um, through your legacy, through your children, through whatever projects you choose to birth. Um, I guess it depends from situation to situation. And along with that, I pulled inspiration. So someone's thinking of you as, you know, this fertile being, almost like the mother of the universe, you know, who has this legacy to hand down from generation to generation. And they think of you as a constant source of inspiration for others, as well as someone who is inspired by others. And then, along with that, I pulled Pandora's Gift, and Pandora, um, even the name Pandora just means all gifted. So you have a gift, and this card is all about recognizing your gift, and they think of you as someone who is extremely gifted, um, and inspired, and you know, there's that's awesome. I I was like, okay. Then on top of that, when I pulled a clarifier for you, I pulled the Rainbow and Blessings. So you are extremely gifted. Maybe you are creating like the ultimate universal family. Um, and the person who is thinking about you is creating it with you. And they just think of you as like the ultimate mother of the universe, of spirituality, of their children. I mean, in general, you are just the most gifted person in the universe. And that is what they think of you. And I hope that this reading resonated. And if it did, let me know. Let me know down below. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.